Yo guys, I'm Fasty-Rides and welcome to this review and tutorial today, really I suppose it is, on CaliMoto, the GPS software that you can plan routes and things in it, which has some really nice tricks in it that you can use. So first of all, you need to go onto the CaliMoto website, which is calimoto.com/en if you want it in English, but you can change it up here to other languages. So once you get onto the site, what you need to do is create a profile. My profile is here. You can see that you add a motorbike and stuff, you give it a name. Yeah, you just put in all your details here. You don't have to pay for this version. The version that I've got anyway, I don't pay any money. This is just the standard free plan or whatever it is. So yeah, let's go into back to the beginning. So what you can do is, on the website, you can go into, let's just get rid of that. You can go into the trip planner, it's called, and then you get a big map like this. It's the whole of Europe. Well, actually, it goes further. Damn, it goes way over. But anyway, so you can scroll into where you need to, well, where you're going to be starting. This blue line here is a run that I did a couple of weeks ago. In fact, if you look, there'll be a link above now of that route, and it's really good actually. It's North Yorkshire run, and there was loads of great views and things like that. So let's get started with the basics. So if you notice up here on the right hand corner, you've got My Rides and Trip Planner. So My Rides is these that you save. So that top one, you can see there that I did a ride on the 2020 on the 11th, the 26th of the 11th basically. And yeah, that's my North Yorkshire run, and that's taken from my mobile phone, because basically what happens is the website is linked to your mobile phone and the app. So when you go out on a run and you do these trip planning with the GPS in your phone, which we'll come to look at in a bit, that it links up and then it downloads it all here and you can save it and all that sort of stuff. It's really great. So first things, let's pretend we were going to do a trip. We were planning a trip of our own. Say for instance, I wanted to do a run down through Home Firth, maybe up to Homebridge, and then down to, say, the Lady Bower Reservoir. What you can do here is, if you go into settings and click left click, mouse clicks create via point, okay? So what we will do is click on, it isn't actually creating a point, so let's say for instance Home Moss. Is that it? Nope, I don't think that's it neither. Where to start? Current location. Where's the destination? Let's click search here. So Home Moss, 10 miles away. Right, so that will take me through Sowood, up over the top, Slough, Meltham, down here to Home, well, up to Home. So that would be the destination, so we can move that around now. So if we find the Lady Bower Reservoir, which is down here, we can go change that to there. So that changes the route there. Let's say we want to create a waypoint. So now we can say, right, well, we'll go up to Glossop and we'll put that down there. But let's say we wanted to go through Uppermill. So let's close that back down there. We'll go that one to there. We will right click and create a waypoint, and we will put that in Uppermill. There we go. So that's done a round trip more or less. So it's down through Home Firth, up over Home Moss, and then down into wherever. What's that? Middle Hopestone or Mid Hopestone. And then we'll go down to Lady Bower, and then we go straight up to Glossop, round Glossop, and then basically back home. But what this is doing is it's avoiding like motorways and straight roads. This is looking for twisty roads and things like that. But if you see up in the top right hand corner there, it gives you some stats about it. So it's 78.8 miles. It's going to take about 2 hours. 55. I think this high kilometer guarantees right. So this is like 50-50, I would say, for twisty roads. The higher the number, the more twisty it is. So what you can do now is go to save, and you can just put Lady Bower round trip, we'll call this. Now that's saved, what you can do is you can go into My Rides here, and then it should be, here it is, there. I've already created one before, which was a different route, which is that one. Wasn't as good. So this is the route that I was talking about earlier, where the phone has basically, I set the route up on the phone and I was following it all around. And what we'll do now is we'll jump to the phone. Oh, let me just show you some other tools first. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to set off on this route. We can actually put petrol stations on. So there's one there on the route, and then one close to it there. So we could actually add another point here, create waypoint, and then what we can do is put it on that petrol station. Oh, there's a lot more petrol stations here. Actually, we will change it to that one because that's closer to the route. There we go. So as you noticed, it's taken that route now round to the number 2 point of interest. Right, so now we can get rid of them, and we can add other things as well, like if there's a bike meetup, mountain pass, twisty highlight. Let's have a look at that. I don't know if there is any on this route. Ah, yeah, there is. There's a few here. So there's one there, one here down the bottom near Glossop, and then one up near Delft above there. So these are all points of interest and things that you can see on here. But another great feature about this is you can get restaurants and cash machines or banks. But this is the weather, which is really good. So it's showing you the rain at the minute, and if you look down at the bottom, it's telling you the time. So like for instance, it'll start again in a minute. Here we go. So that's 6 AM today, 12, 15, 18, 21, and then it goes tomorrow 3 AM, 9. So it's showing you that basically tomorrow, well, let's actually see how far it'll go forward tomorrow. I think it'll go to midday or something. Oh, 9 AM it goes to. So up until 9 AM it isn't raining so far on this route, but you can take that off at any time. There is another, what was this one? Tourist attractions. See if there's any tourist attractions on the route. There isn't actually, to be honest. There's some round it, but you know, some of them you can click on and it'll tell you up here at the side where it is. Lost Hill, blah 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 blah. It's a nice picture. What's going on here? Croc Hill. See, we could actually go and have a look. We'd probably go around the base of that by the looks of it. Win Hill. That would be one to go look at. The Derwent Reservoir. So what you could do is, if you really wanted to go and have a look, you could create another waypoint there and put it up there. Or maybe even further. So it would probably be around here. We'll just save that off again. So now what we'll do is we'll flick to the phone and we will record on there. Right, so if we click this and we go on to round trip, this is where you can actually let CaliMoto create a trip for you. So say for instance we wanted to do 60 miles, choose direction, we want to go south. just for argument's sake, you can choose southeast. You could choose any of these round here. And then go generate. And then this has created a route for us to go with twisty roads. Does it actually go down to Ladybower? No, not as far. There's Ladybower. So we'd have to go more miles. So this is going around Huddersfield and Holmfirth. And then you can actually start navigating. If you want to set off on this route, you just press the where it says start navigation at the bottom, 50 miles, 1 hour 21. You just click that and then you set off. And then you follow all this route around, or however long you want to, or just basically set off riding, and it will record your route, so it'll track it as well. Right, so let's go back. Do you really want to go back? Yeah. Let's have a look in the list up here. So tracking. So tracking is where you start off, and then you obviously just keep going, and it'll just record that as well, and it'll record all the information like how far you've travelled, your speed, your altitude, and things like that. Let's go back, back out of there. In fact, let's just go stop, and then you can go to rides. Now, this is another feature in here which is pretty good. So these are other people's routes that they've done, and they've taken pictures and, you know, shown how good it is and everything. So here's a route. Let's just have a look at this. 33 miles long, Altofts and Crigglestone Canal. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the pictures. So it's a nice route. It's not far from me. I could actually go on that if I really wanted to. There you can attach pictures to this route as well, which is really good. Look at that for a picture. That's beautiful. Yeah, so this is the app. It is brilliant. It's well worth using. There's just one issue that I've found with it, is when you're... In fact, let me see if I can show you on here. It'll be easy to show you on the PC, so that's what we'll do. We'll flick back to the PC now. Right, so as we're back on the PC now, we can go into my rides, and if I show you the ride that I did in North Yorkshire, let's just zoom in a little bit, especially down here, because what happened was, if you have watched the video, that you noticed that I started somewhere roughly around here, and this is where I was starting to record. So I was tracking the route all the way on here anyway, but what I didn't know that you needed to do was when you pull up, it will automatically stop the tracking, should I say, but it doesn't automatically start tracking again when you set off. And as you can see, that it hasn't updated until it's got right round here, so I've missed all that corner off. And there was issues further up as well. Not there. Where was we? Up here. So this is a place where I obviously stopped. It stopped recording for some reason at this point round here. And I obviously went on this road here, the A59, and not realising until I got right on here into Harrogate and thinking something's not right here. I haven't heard any directions or anything. So I've pulled over and I've clicked start again, and it's taken me back this route. And then I pulled up again down here, and I actually turned it off because at this point I just wanted to get home because it was getting cold and it was getting dark. But what you do have to remember is that when you stop, make sure it's paused, and then when you set off again, make sure that you press carry on, as in like unpause or things like that, because you will get them nasty lines in your tracks and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I am going to be going on some more ride outs, but I'm just waiting for the weather to be a little bit more decent, as it's absolutely great and disgusting out there at the moment. Yeah, so please leave a like, comment below, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.